Some romances hit you like lightning, fast, chaotic, and immediate. But others? They grow like ivy, slowly, steadily, wrapping themselves around your heart until you suddenly realize they've always been there. That's the magic of the friends to lovers trope in BL dramas. It's tender, it's earned, and when done right, it leaves you with a love that feels as real as anything you've ever seen on screen. Today, we're diving deep into BL series where friendship gently, and sometimes painfully, blossomed into something more. Our Dining Table is the kind of story that wraps around you gently, like a familiar scent or a warm kitchen on a cold day. It's a masterclass in quiet intimacy, where love is expressed through action, not proclamation. Yutaka and Minoru's connection doesn't explode onto the screen. It simmers slow and steady, like a pot of miso soup warming on the stove. What starts as casual meals shared between near strangers gradually becomes a ritual of comfort, vulnerability, and growing affection. The brilliance of the show lies in how it elevates the mundane. Every scene around the dining table becomes sacred, a place where walls come down, laughter bubbles up, and guarded hearts begin to soften. Yutaka, who has lived with emotional distance for so long, begins to find solace in the simplicity of Minoru's presence. Food isn't just nourishment here. It's the language of care, a medium through which they come to understand each other without needing to say much. And perhaps that's the beauty of Our Dining Table. It doesn't try to dazzle you with drama or spectacle. Instead, it invites you to slow down, to sit with the characters, and to find meaning in the gentle unfolding of trust. It reminds us that love can bloom not in fireworks, but in the clinking of bowls, the passing of chopsticks, and the warmth of being truly seen. In a world that often celebrates the loud and the fast, this series is a quiet reminder that sometimes the softest stories leave the deepest marks. Unlikely, supernatural, but strangely comforting. He's Coming to Me gives us a friendship that transcends life itself. Mess, a ghost, and Thun, a kind-hearted student, build a bond rooted in understanding and loneliness. Their love doesn't come from passion, but from showing up, even when the world or the afterlife says they shouldn't. What begins as companionship soon turns into an aching, impossible romance that somehow still feels grounded. It's a love story that makes you believe in soul connections. Light on Me doesn't shout its emotions. It whispers them, letting each scene breathe with quiet sincerity. It captures the essence of falling in love during one of the most uncertain times in life, adolescence. Shin Woo, with his stoic demeanor and internal battles, is the perfect contrast to Taekyung's open-hearted vulnerability. Their dynamic isn't built on drama, but on the slow peeling back of layers, revealing two boys learning not just how to love someone else, but how to accept love themselves. What makes this drama so special is how it honors the little things. A glance held a second too long, the hesitation in reaching out, the awkward silences that say more than words ever could. It's in these micro-moments that Light on Me becomes more than just a high school romance. It becomes a mirror for the emotional complexity of growing up, of navigating friendships, identity, and feelings that feel too big to name. As Shin Woo slowly lets down his guard and Taekyung finds the courage to confront his heart, the story unfolds like a quiet confession. No grand declarations, no sweeping gestures, just honest, tender moments that feel real. And that's what makes it unforgettable. It reminds us that sometimes the most powerful love stories are the ones that feel like they could have happened to us. In My Tooth Your Love, by Lang and Jin Sun, An's relationship unfolds like a slow-burning fire. Jin is stoic, closed off, and reluctant to connect. But by Lang's warmth chips away at those walls, not with declarations, but with consistency and care. Their friendship feels safe, a harbor from personal storms. And that emotional foundation makes their eventual shift to romance feel not only believable, but inevitable. It's about learning to trust someone enough to let them love you. See You After Quarantine is more than just a love story born online. It's a reflection of what it means to be human in the face of distance, uncertainty, and emotional isolation. Set against the backdrop of a global lockdown, Ethan and Joe's connection starts in the most modern way, through screens. But what the series beautifully conveys is how even digital intimacy can feel profoundly real when it's built on trust, vulnerability, and shared loneliness. The slow build of their relationship feels natural and unforced. They go from light teasing and inside jokes to late-night heart-to-hearts, forming a safe space where they can be completely themselves. The series doesn't rush their bond. It gives them room to grow, to get frustrated, to laugh, to be awkward, and to dream about a time when they can finally meet in person. It's that longing, the kind that aches quietly in your chest, that makes every exchanged message and every video call feel intimate and full of meaning. And when that day finally comes, when the digital connection becomes physical, the emotional payoff hits hard. It's not just about meeting face to face. It's about confirming that what they built in isolation can survive in the real world. That their love, shaped in uncertainty, can thrive in clarity. In the end, See You After Quarantine captures something deeply universal. The need to be seen, to be understood, and to know that even in the loneliest of times, love can still find a way. Equal parts hilarious and heartwarming, Mr. Unlucky plays with opposites attract. But it's the evolution of their friendship that steals the show. Fukuhara, perpetually unlucky, and the stoic, lucky Takumi form an odd pair. But as they're thrown into increasingly absurd situations, they develop a rhythm, a language of subtle glances, unspoken concern, and awkward affection. It's all fun and games until you realize they've become each other's person. And when the romance finally clicks, it just feels right. Stay With Me is an emotional slow burn that nails the complexity of growing up with someone. Su-yu and Woo-bai are the kind of friends who push each other's buttons, but also know exactly how to care for one another. Their emotional push and pull feels raw, even messy at times, which makes their eventual romantic turn so satisfying. It's not love at first sight. It's love at the 1000th interaction. After years of knowing someone so well, you realize you can't imagine life without them. In Oxygen, Solo and Gue's bond is built on shared silence, literal and emotional. Gue, a music student working late nights, and Solo, dealing with emotional trauma, find comfort in each other's presence. Their friendship is quiet, marked by morning coffees and wordless support. But over time, those shared routines become sacred. It's a series that doesn't rush love. It lets it rise gently like morning sunlight. Watching their friendship deepen into something stronger is like witnessing the most peaceful kind of emotional healing. All of these BL dramas prove one powerful truth. The strongest relationships often begin with friendship. There's something so real, so honest about falling in love with the person who's always been there. It's not about dramatic twists or sweeping declarations. It's about quiet moments, emotional support, and showing up day after day until the love becomes undeniable. These are the stories that remind us love doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be true. So now it's your turn. Which Friends to Lovers BL couple holds a special place in your heart? Drop their names in the comments. I'd love to hear your favorites. And if this kind of slow burn, heart-tugging storytelling speaks to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the BL universe.